Okay, I'm going to try and do this demonstration of JMRI connected to my test track. And please bear with me. You're probably going to see my finger once in a while and the focus going in and out as I try to hold my camera with one hand and operate the computer with the other. So we're going to start Panel Pro. That's one of the modules within JMRI. And when it starts up, then you can pick the configuration you want to use. In this case, I'm going to use my test track. And so it started with that. I'm going to come down here. This is Y throttle. That's what connects you to the Wi-Fi, and we're not going to use that since I'm connected over here to my Sprague 3, so we're just not going to start that up. That's an option. You can start it or not start it. So what I'm going to do now is bring up the roster. That's pretty simple. And you see I have some locomotives defined in my roster. And I can ask it to identify which locomotive is on. And there, it's found it. And I'm going to go ahead and open it. Oops, I think I missed the wrong. There we go. So now this is the, where you define the locomotive and things like that. I'm not going to go into that right now. We're just going to run some stuff. Okay, so now I got my locomotive. I'm going to come down here in this corner and hit throttle. And it's going to bring up the throttle for this locomotive. And I've got this picture off the internet, probably on Athearn's website or somebody selling Athearn, and clipped it to fit in here. You don't have to do that, but I did that. I have to turn on the power to the track up here. So he's now on. Let's start the bell. Hear him over there ringing his bell and starting his engine. A little horn. Get that horn a little loud, maybe. Let's get him going forward here slightly. There he goes. And we'll stop him. So that's how you can start and run the locomotive off JMRI using its throttle. And now I'm going to go back over to the Panel Pro, and I'm going to open my test track panel. And I'm going to open him. Takes him a minute. So this is where I've defined what my test track looks like, and I'll go into more detail in the future. I just want to really talk about the switch. Now I'm in edit mode right now, so I'm going to go up here and come out of edit mode, and here's a switch right here. You heard it moving, and let's see if I can turn that around just a little bit here. And I've closed him, and open him again. Now when you come back into edit mode, you define these switches. So you say I want a left hand or a right hand switch, or they call them turnouts. And you can add, you know, track in between here. These circles just indicate that's an object, so that's a piece of mainline track, and this is mainline track, and this is mainline track, and this is the switch. Here we're moving. So I'm gonna hit my, and what you do is when you set this up, you add it and then you edit it, and you tell it what the name of the turnout is. I just have one defined. That red means he's in use. Okay, I just have one defined. So I'm going to close that. Then I'm going to go back over to the Panel Pro and go up to Tools. And I'm going to go to Tables, and I'm going to go to Turnouts. Okay, and this is where I defined my test track turnout. Very simple. When you create it, you put your DC address in here, like this switch is address 2, and when you save it, the program puts this prefix on it, ST. So that's what that's doing. So once I have it in the table, then I'm able to put it over on my layout, as you saw what I did there. So it's really pretty easy once you get how this layout thing works to set up the switches. Now, since I only have 2, I don't get too complicated here, but you could put another one switch down on this end, connect to here, and then you could throw both switches at the same time. So you see on here, it says also throw turnout, and then you can pick your turnout. So they can operate in sequence. So like if you're going from one track to the other, like I do in many of my switches out in the garage, you have to throw 2 switches to make that that happen. So that's kind of what I've got working here on my JMRI on my test track. That's all I've got it working on. And so anyway, we'll do more in the future. Thanks for watching.